Ever wondered why pimples occur? Let's dive into it. Pimples, those pesky little bumps that seem to appear at the most inconvenient times, are a common problem that many of us deal with, especially during the tumultuous teenage years. They're like uninvited guests who barge in and make themselves at home, much to our annoyance. Now, before we go blaming our hormones or that late-night pizza, it's important to remember that pimples are not a sign of poor hygiene or bad eating habits. Rather, they're a natural occurrence that happens when our skin's oil glands go into overdrive, resulting in clogged pores and inflammation. But why do some of us get them more frequently than others? And why do they pop up in certain areas? It's all part of the pimple predicament. It's a complex issue that involves genetics, hormones, and yes, even stress. So, stick around to find out the science behind these pesky skin invaders. Your skin is more than just a pretty surface. It's a complex organ with multiple layers, each playing a crucial role in protecting your body. The topmost layer, the epidermis, is your body's first line of defense against harmful bacteria and viruses. Diving a little deeper, we find the dermis, home to hair follicles and sebaceous glands. Hair follicles are like tiny tunnels extending from the dermis to the skin surface. Each follicle is associated with a sebaceous gland, a small oil factory that produces sebum, your skin's natural moisturizer. This sebum travels up the hair follicle and onto the skin surface, creating a protective barrier that prevents moisture loss and keeps your skin soft and supple. It's a beautifully coordinated process that maintains your skin health, ensuring you look and feel your best. But what happens when something goes wrong with this system? Stay tuned as we delve into the science behind those pesky pimples in our next segment. Scene script. Meet the pimple, the unwelcome guest on your skin. Imagine a bustling city, like the skin on our face. Each pore is like a small house, home to a hair follicle. Now, these houses have a natural oil production that keeps things running smoothly, just like a bustling city. This oil, known as sebum, is produced by sebaceous glands and helps keep our skin moisturized and healthy. But what happens when there's too much of a good thing? Overproduction of sebum can turn our little city into a slippery situation. The excess oil, combined with dead skin cells, form a blockade at the mouth of the hair follicle, like an unexpected traffic jam. This blockade or clog leads to the formation of what we know as a whitehead or a blackhead, depending on whether the pore is open or closed. If the pore is open, the sebum's interaction with air turns it black, forming a blackhead. If the pore is closed, it forms a whitehead. Now, our skin is also home to a specific type of bacteria known as Propionibacterium acnes, or P. acnes for short. These bacteria are usually harmless, but when they find themselves trapped in a clogged pore with all that delicious sebum, they start to multiply. It's like a party they never want to leave. This bacterial party leads to inflammation, and voila, you have a red, swollen, and sometimes painful pimple. But why is it that pimples seem to love adolescents so much? Well, during puberty, hormonal changes cause the sebaceous glands to produce more oil. This hormonal surge, especially of androgens like testosterone, turns our calm city into a bustling, overcrowded metropolis, making it a prime spot for pimple parties. And that's the process of pimple formation in a nutshell. It's a complex interaction of oil production, dead skin cells, bacteria, and hormones. It's not just about having dirty skin or eating too much chocolate. It's a biological process that's as natural as growing taller or your voice changing. So, now that we know why pimples occur, what can we do about them? While pimples might seem like a given, there are ways to keep them at bay. How, you ask? Well, it starts with maintaining a regular skincare routine. You see, our skin is a lot like us. It needs a good diet, lots of hydration, and regular care. Incorporate a good cleanser, toner, and moisturizer into your daily routine. And never ever forget sunscreen. Next, consider your diet. What we eat directly impacts our skin. A balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains can work wonders. Remember, You are what you eat. Lastly, resist the urge to pop those pesky pimples. I know, it's tempting, but popping pimples can lead to scarring and even more breakouts. Instead, treat them with a spot treatment or consult a dermatologist. Remember, everyone gets pimples, but understanding them is the first step towards healthier skin.